Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And we're going to be going over the 10 best class setups after the new 1.16 update in Black Ops 4. In the comment section, let me know, in your opinion, what is your favorite gun to use in Black Ops 4? And with all that being said, let's get right into the 10 best setups to use after the new 1.16 update. So my first class setup is going to be the Rampart. Now I actually just unlocked the new Rampart 17 Mark II variant, and this is going to allow me to get 25% more XP. But if you don't have that variant, it doesn't really matter. This weapon is still obviously going to be good even without that additional 25% XP boost. What I run on this gun is still going to be high caliber 1, high caliber 2, FMJ, as well as the fast mag attachment. For my gear, I've completely switched over to stem shot recently. This has been helping me out, win a lot of gunfights, and I really don't see myself ever, stopping using stem shot unless they nerf it and make it to the point where it's just not viable anymore. My perk 1 is going to be flak jacket because I do not want to get hit by any specialist nonsense. I don't want to be dying to heat waves, and I do not want to be getting killed by the Dragon's Breath Mog 12, which has actually been running rampant on Black Ops 4 after these past updates. I don't run a perk 2, and for my perk 3 I run dead silence because I do not want to get picked up on the acoustic sensor, and I want to have silent footsteps. You're going to be seeing that I run flat jacket as well as dead silence on every single one of my class setups because these are the two most important perks in my opinion in the game to counter all of the BS nonsense that you just should not be dying to. My setup number 2 is going to be on the KN57. Now, in my opinion, the KN57 is the best weapon in the game to use with a suppressor. When I run on this, it's going to be hybrid mags. I like to run stock. I like to run rapid fire as well as a suppressor, and everything else is going to be the exact same with this class setup. Obviously with the KN, you want to be kind of flanking enemies, getting behind their spawn, getting in their spawn, and ultimately just destroying the enemy team from areas and angles where they're not going to be expecting you because you have that silencer attachment. It's super effective, and I recommend you guys checking out this KN57 class setup. I've dropped numerous nuclears, super high KD gameplays with this weapon, with this setup, and I feel like you guys can mimic those gameplays and do good yourself. Class setup number 3 is going to be the Vapor. Now, the Vapor is another assault rifle, which I highly recommend you guys going ahead and running the silencer on. It's honestly going to be between the Vapor and the KN. It's going to be personal preference on which weapon you're more comfortable with, but for this weapon, I actually drop off dead silence, and I actually run an additional attachment. Now, I like to run the Elo sight, I like to run suppressor, I like to run stock 1, I like to run stock 2, as well as rapid fire with this setup. Now, the reason I drop off dead silence on this class is because the Vapor excels at kind of being a mobile assault rifle. It's really good at close, mid-range, and even long range after the recent updates and buffs that this weapon has gotten. And with stock 2, it's really going to help you out when taking enemies out at close range, mid-range, and obviously at long range with that increased strafe speed. So I highly recommend you guys checking it out. I do recommend you guys keep rapid fire on. Now, if you guys want to run dead silence and gung-ho, you can obviously drop off rapid fire. That's going to free up 2 spots, but in my opinion, the Vapor needs rapid fire, and if you don't run rapid fire on the Vapor, you're better off running the KN57. Now, class setup number 4 is going to be the Maddox RFB. Obviously, we all know the Maddox is one of the easiest, easiest weapons to use in the game, and it's one of the best weapons to use in Black Ops 4. Pros use it, a lot of people in pubs use it. I use it from time to time, and I think you guys will definitely be able to rip it up. Elo sight, quick draw 1, quick draw 2. Honestly, if you're not running quick draw 1 and quick draw 2 on the Maddox, you're doing it wrong, as well as the stock attachment. Now, some people don't like to run Elo, they like to run the red dot, but personally I feel like the Maddox is obviously still good with the Elo sight, and it's a more open sight. You can see more of your screen with this as opposed to the reflex, so that's why I like running the Elo sight on this weapon. And like I said, as my gear, stem shot, I have on flat jacket, gung-ho, and dead silence because I have more room in my class setups to go ahead and put on some more perks. My class setup number 5 is going to be the Augur DMR. Now, the Augur DMR is one of the best, if not the best gun to use in the entire game. This and the Rampart, these are the 2 best guns in the game, in my opinion, as of right now. The Augur is literally the best weapon at close range, mid range, long range. It's better than all the shotguns, it's better than all the snipers, it's better than all the rifles and SMGs combined. This weapon is just, it's too good. I like to run it with reflex, high caliber 1, high cal 2, FMJ. Obviously with the gear with the stem shot, flat jacket, gung ho, and dead silence. If you guys are struggling with Black Ops 4, need to get a nuclear, I guarantee you, you're going to be able to get a nuclear with either this Augur DMR class or my Rampart class that I showed earlier. It's literally that good. The weapon is, it's overpowered in my opinion. Class at number 6 is going to be the ABR 223. Now the ABR 223 actually received quite a bit of buffs. Usually they buff this weapon every single update, and they actually kind of gave you default extended mags on this weapon without actually having to run it. So I'm able to free up an attachment slot, and I can swap that out with stock 2 so I can have additional strafe speed, and I can actually maintain my accuracy, you know, when jump shotting, you know, drop shotting, all that good stuff. So the ABR is actually kind of viable now, and if you guys stack this with the operator mod, which turns this into like a faster bursting rifle that you can just hold down, I think you guys will definitely enjoy the ABR because it is a solid rifle to use. It's one of the best tactical rifles if you have the right class setup, and I think you guys should definitely go back and check this out. Honestly, I dismissed this weapon, you know, when the game first came out because it was nerfed to shit after the beta. But now, honestly, I like this gun. It's pretty solid. So ELO, stock 1, stock 2, repeater mod, and I run the stem shot with flat jacket as well as dead silence. My staple perks because they counter all the BS in Black Ops 4. My cluster number 7 is going to be the Spitfire. Now, the Spitfire actually got its range increased, so it's kind of getting back to where it was. The Spitfire still, in my opinion, is the best SMG, and you guys should definitely go ahead and check this one out. I like to run it with extended mags, fast mags, as well as FMJ because I do not want to deal with body armor, and it's just, it's super good. Flat jacket, gung ho, as well as dead silence. Now, I have an extra slot, so I like to run an SG12 only to kill guard dogs because, in my opinion, the best way to just actually take out the guard dog is to just switch to an SG12. It kills it really quickly. You could just spam it at it, and you know, that's the reason why I run the SG12 on this setup. Literally the only reason why I run it. And check it out. It's actually a really good backup too if you kind of, you know, run out of ammo, if you're not running Crash. But this is really good at taking out guard dogs, so I highly recommend you guys slapping this on any, you know, your SMG classes. My class number 8 is going to be the Cordite. Now the Cordite, in my opinion, is one of my favorite SMGs to use in the entire game. It's not the best SMG to use, but I like the Cordite, and I feel like a lot of you guys too. So you guys want to check this out with extended mags, FMJ, as well as grip. Do not run the operator mod on the Cordite because you can actually fire the extended mags, reload it, and shoot it again before you can actually go ahead and kind of deheat the Cordite with the operator mod. So I think the 90 round clip with the extended mag is far superior than running like the 850 with the belt fed. So this is definitely something you guys want to run, check out. It's really, really, really good. SG12, obviously, you know, really, really solid for taking out guard dogs. Stem shot, flat jacket, gung ho, as well as dead silence. Overall, a solid class setup. Now for class setup number 9, I like to run the SOG 9mm. Now, I've been really enjoying the SOG recently. The SMGs did get buffed again. Now, some of you guys like the SOG, some of you guys hate the SOG, but I like to run it with stock 1, fast mag, and grip. I don't run quick draw on the SOG. I don't run stock 2 because I don't really think it's that helpful, especially because stock 2 did get nerfed. And obviously with the SG12, stem shot, flat jacket, gung ho, as well as dead silence. An overall solid setup if you guys want to swap out between the SOG, the Cordite, or the Spitfire. In my opinion, these are the 3 best SMGs to use consistently in Black Ops 4, and that's kind of why I'm including them in my top 10 best class setup video. Class setup number 10 is going to be the GKS. I like to run this with grip 1, grip 2. I like to run it with extended mags as well as suppressor. Now, the reason I run grip 1 and grip 2 with this weapon is so I have no flinch, absolutely no recoil. The GKS is solid with the extended mag and the suppressor combination, and honestly, it is a good SMG, but the only downside to the GKS is it does not have FMJ. So if you guys are in lobbies where people are running body armor, you're going to be kind of struggling with this weapon. But If you're in a lobby where nobody's running body armor, or the players with body armor are absolutely terrible, you're going to absolutely just wreck shop with this weapon. It is very, very solid, and the gear and the perks are going to be the exact same as my other setups. Class setup number 11 is going to be the Swordfish. Now, a lot of you guys like the Swordfish, and honestly, the Swordfish is kind of hit or miss for me. It's really good with the suppressor, so I recommend you guys go ahead and checking this one out with suppressor, FMJ, as well as long barrel. I think you guys will definitely enjoy the Swordfish with this combination. I also have on the reflex sight because the iron sights are okay, but I like to open it up with the reflex. My gear, stem shot, flat jacket, gung ho, as well as dead silence. Another, solid setup. These are going to be 2 additional wild card setups that I'm putting in this video. So if you guys like the Swordfish, check this setup out. I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. This is kind of like what I run with my Swordfish. I don't like the mod on this weapon at all. Honestly, it slows down, kind of how you shoot it. It just makes it really awkward. If you miss the first burst, you're good as dead. So I'd rather keep it as the regular Swordfish without the mod, and you get to run some additional perks or attachments on your weapon. And my final class setup is going to be the ICR. Now, the ICR is still solid. I put this on here for you guys if you guys still use the ICR. I don't really run the ICR that much anymore. It's kind of outdated, but it is still a solid rifle. Reflex, grip 1, grip 2 for no recoil and no flinch. FMJ to deal with body armor, and then I run the stem shot, flat jacket, gung ho, as well as dead silence. Overall, these are going to be the top 10 plus 2 additional best class setups running the entire game. In my personal opinion, my favorite setups to use in Black Ops 4 honestly going to be the Cordite class setup. I also like to run my KN57 class setup, and I like to run the Rampart class setup. These are going to be like my 3 favorite class setups in the entire game. Keep in mind, again, I'm going to kind of elaborate with this Cordite. The reason why I do not run the belt feed on the Cordite, like I said, is because, typically with the belt feed, I can shoot the weapon, I can empty the magazine with extended mags, and I can reload it faster than you can actually go ahead and deheat the Cordite after you shoot it first. You get 600 rounds in total, but I just feel with the Cordite, with the extended mags, if you decide to run scavenger, you can actually resupply your ammunition. If you guys are running the belt feed, you actually cannot resupply your ammunition unless you're running crash. So at the end of the day, I think there's a more benefit to you running extended mags with this weapon over the belt feed. So yeah, these are going to be the top 10 plus 2 best class setups after the new Cod Bo4 1.16 update. Hope you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.